kids, welcome again to Graceful Gospel Bible Story Time. I'm Amber.
And my name's Bessie.
And today we're going to be reading about Moses parting the Red Sea.
Was that sea really red?
No, it wasn't really red. They just called it the Red Sea.
Oh, okay.
All right, are you ready to start reading about it?
I'm ready. Please get started.
All right. Long ago, the Israelites lived in Egypt, but they were not free. The Pharaoh made them work hard for him every day. The Pharaoh was the ruler of Egypt. One day, God spoke to a man named Moses from a burning bush. God told Moses to go to Egypt. Moses would help free the Israelites.
So do you know about that burning bush?
Well, a little bit about it. Why?
Well, let me tell you what I know.
What do you know about it?
Well, you see, sometimes when they were out in the desert, they would see a bush catch on fire, and then it would just be all gone. It would be consumed.
Yeah?
But this bush, it kept burning. It just wouldn't burn up. And so Moses said, I'm going to turn around and go see this bush. Why it's not burning up? There was something different about this bush.
Wow, that is so interesting. So, Moses went to the palace to see the Pharaoh. Moses showed the Pharaoh what God could do. Moses threw his walking stick on the floor, and the stick became a snake. Can you imagine seeing something like that?
Not me. I already told you once. I don't like those snakes.
I don't like no snakes either, Bessie. But the Pharaoh did not believe in God. He would not let the Israelites go. So God made bad things happen. Once, God sent frogs to Egypt. Frogs were everywhere.
Oh, my lands of mercy. I hate frogs too.
Me too. God even made the sky become very dark. But the Pharaoh still would not let the Israelites go.
I don't like the dark.
I don't either. It's scary in the dark.
It is.
Finally, the Pharaoh told Moses the Israelites were free to go.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought there was more plagues than that.
Well, there were more plagues than that. There were like 10 plagues, but we don't have time to discuss all of them. The Israelites packed up and left Egypt, but soon after they left, the Pharaoh wanted the Israelites to return.
Well, that wasn't right.
It sure wasn't. The Pharaoh's army found the Israelites near the Red Sea. The Israelites were afraid. They were trapped by the Pharaoh's army, and they could not get across the Red Sea.
That must have been frightening for those Hebrews.
It was, because they couldn't go forward because the sea was in front of them, and they couldn't turn around because Pharaoh's army was behind them.
Oh, do tell, what did happen? Did God do something for his children?
He sure did. God was watching over the Israelites. Moses waved his walking stick in the air, and with God's help, Moses made a dry path across the sea. Did you know that the water stood up like walls on both sides, and the Israelites were able to walk through the Red Sea on dry ground?
Wow, that was a miracle.
It sure was. The Israelites reached the other side of the sea. The Pharaoh's army tried to follow them, but God covered the path with water.
Right on top of those Egyptians?
Right on top of them. The Israelites praised God for helping them. God promised them a new home far away in the land of Canaan. Now they were free to start their journey.
Wow, God saved his people.
He sure did.
You know,
What?
this story is like the other two we read earlier.
How so?
Well, God told Moses what to do, and guess what?
What?
Moses obeyed.
That's right. Moses obeyed, and because he obeyed God, all of the children of Israel were freed.
No more slaves.
That's right. They didn't have to live in bondage anymore, all because Moses obeyed God.
And you know what?
What?
That's kind of like us with Jesus.
That's right.
You know, Jesus shed his blood for us so we don't have to be a slave to sin, and he can set us free.
That's right. Just like the Israelites, we were enslaved in Egypt, and Egypt is just like sin.
Right.
But Jesus is like Moses, and Jesus will lead us out of Egypt whenever we get saved. And the promised land, Canaan, is like heaven for us. And whenever we're out of Egypt, Jesus will lead us to the promised land, to heaven.
Oh, that is such great news and so exciting.
That's right.
I'm so glad we had this story.
Me too. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed this story with me and Bessie, and we hope to see you next time on our next video. Bye!